Hey, it's Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, and I am just getting ready to shut it down, and I feel great. And one of the reasons I feel great is because of my Standing Friday ritual. And I wanted to take this episode of Ask Jeff to run it by you because I was actually had the question come up from somebody on my own team about how I'm planning my weeks. And I think one of the mistakes that we sometimes make is to start planning our week at the beginning of our new work week. I much prefer to plan out my weeks at the end of my old work week, and I do that for a couple of different reasons. One is it gives me the opportunity to start by sort of taking stock and assessing how did that go and what went right. And so the first thing that I do when I'm having that Friday finale time is I take a victory lap and I write down what went great, and it raises my confidence. I feel good about that. So as I'm looking at it, this is last week's weekly planner, and right at the bottom there's a place to be able to write a victory lap, and I actually write it out. This is what I'm feeling great about from last week. And then what I do is I follow something. It's a worksheet that I created. This is just for me, but it's a worksheet that I created that has my Friday finale and my Monday mojo. So the idea is that on Friday I go through a checklist of things that I want to try and that I accomplish as part of my wrap it down for the week and plan for the next week. So here's what happens. I plan on Friday because I don't want things rattling around in my brain that need to be done next week. I don't want to think about that when I'm taking time off. So when I get it all on paper, I get it all planned out, then what happens is it jumpstarts my Monday. So when I get to Monday morning and I go through this process that I call my Monday mojo, which is my time to really get into the swing of things quickly, I don't have to start by saying, now, what do I have to do? And if I do that, what I find is that I'm much more to be responsive to the tyranny of the urgent rather than really looking at the important. So I go through my Friday finale, and in that I take a victory lap. There's a time for a gratitude prayer, very important to me. I write a thank you note to somebody. I do my goal review. I'll do that again on Monday, of course. I look at my Red Booth task. That's our task management system to see what's coming up over the next couple of weeks. I will determine 3 critical actions for the course of the week. This is very important because I will measure my week whether I got those 3 critical things done. Then I'll look for a daily focus of each day. What do I really want to zone in on each day? I'll fill out my weekly planner, and it's a separate document that I've compiled that tells me what my focus is for each day, the habit that I will be working on. In this case, it's the habit of focused rehearsal because I got a big event coming up. What my top 3 priorities are. I'm playing with what the third is going to be. It's blank now. And then these are a list of things that I want to get done over the course of the week. And then I've got some outreach targets as well. So I go through and I fill out my weekly planner, and it tells me my daily focus. It tells me what I'm going to be working on each and every day. And then as I'm planning out my days, then I drop that in. And then finally, I go through and I plan out my Monday. It's Friday now, but I plan out my Monday. I've got it all planned out down to the half hour, and I know exactly how that day is going to look before I get started. So that might sound a little heavy-handed to some of you, but I would look at it and say the entire process takes me about 20 minutes, but what it allows me to do is to end the day feeling very confident. In fact, that's what I wrote on my last week's weekly planner on the victory lap. I said, a fantastic week, one of my most productive weeks ever, very high confidence going into next week. And that's how I'm feeling right now. So I want to encourage you to start thinking about how you're ending your week, to end your work week, whether that's on a Friday or a Tuesday or whatever it is for you. I want you to be thinking about how you end your work week and how you can end it with a tremendous amount of confidence. Take a victory lap for what went right. Think about what really is going to make a huge difference next week, and then plan it out. But do it before the time off. It's going to improve the quality of the time off, and then when you get back in, you are absolutely fired up and ready to go. All right, hope that helped.